Well, we got a lot to talk about this particular subject right here because it really gets me in my grounder. What up? This is your boy Robert Bob TV Brown. What it do? YouTube, Facebook. I'm doing a couple of raw reports. I'm not live for one reason. I don't want to compete with Tim Black's Freedom Friday. I'm a fan of his show, so why would I try to get in the middle of his show when I'm a fan of his show? But I do need to get a couple of these raw reports off my chest. Sorry, it's been about a couple of weeks, but I'm back. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. And I often say, do it though. Do it though. Are you just saying that because it's the cool thing? It's the most politically correct thing to do in this day and this time because of incidents that led to this for a second time. The first time this started happening, this was Ferguson, Michael Brown, you name it, a whole list of people that got murdered by police. And then all of a sudden it died. And one of the reasons it died is because we let people co-opt the movement, and then we let political leaders kind of put water on the fire. And we can't let this stuff happen again. Not this time. Barack Obama did it last time. Trump doing it the last time. This time. This Black Lives Matter thing is such an important thing to me. As I was walking in Jersey the other day, I'm going, they got the gay pride thing going on. And, shout out to my LGBTQ people out there. But I'm looking on every store. I'm seeing a rainbow in the corner. I'm seeing I'm seeing a rainbow laminated in the corner, but I'm seeing a piece of paper with Black Lives Matter written by ink or Sharpie. And a lot of times I really believe, I'm asking the question, it has Black Lives Matter up there. And I say, do it really though? Because if it did, why you wait to a certain incident to put this up on your window? Was you doing this every year for us like you do for the LGBTQ community? Like I said, I ain't got nothing wrong with that, the LGBT. I got those, But are you doing that with blacks? Where's our symbolism in the windows and when it come time to shop and buying and things like that? You guys go all out for a certain aspect of the community, but when it come to us, we last dibs, we last shot. We don't get the props like everybody else. And we the one made it easy. We the one laid our life down on the line for civil rights. For everybody. I'm waiting on my Postmate food to come in, brother, hungry. So when you say Black Lives Matter, I have to question, do it really though? Or do you got that sign in your window because you think if I ain't got that sign on this window, they're going to tear my store up? Or are you doing that out of fear? Because I believe a lot of you putting these signs up because you want to make it seem like you're on our side when you're really not on our side. Like black people are so dumb. Well, black people are so dumb, just put a sign in the window and they ain't not going to touch it because they're going to think we really support them when we really don't support them. That's why I say Black Lives Matter, do it really though. Really. No. Let me bring this up again. So, Mayor de Blasio and other city leaders, like they did in D.C. and other major companies, decide that we're going to make a statement, clap back at Trump with this statement, Black Lives Matter, in front of Trump Towers. Just like the mayor did in D.C., we're going to troll Trump by putting Black Lives Matter in front of the White House or in front of Trump Towers or Trump Hotel. My problem with this is you doing this to troll Trump, and why do you figure that's going to make Trump mad? You coming out there with a bucket of yellow paint, painting Black Lives Matter in the streets. How is that going to benefit us black people? I want to show you something. Malcolm X said the white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and real justice. I repeat. Malcolm X, one of our greatest black leaders of all times, Said the white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and real justice. What do you mean by symbolic victories? Yellow paint of Black Lives Matter is great. Troll Trump all day, all night. I'm for it. Troll him. He'll probably do the same thing. He'll probably clap back and troll you. You always want to try to do something to him instead of doing something for us. Trump hold a Bible up in the middle of the doggone church looking like a dummy, and you guys want to quote scriptures and try to troll him. That ain't helping us. That ain't helping black people. You come out there with the kente cloth on there and you get on your knees and can hardly get up like you're in some debunked, fake, funky episode of The Lion King. Or The Lion Guard, because that's what it more looked like, Lion Guard, a cartoon version. Black people don't need symbolism. Black people need tangibles. Black people need action. And black people need true change. And what Malcolm X said is true. The white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and real justice. Fine, get out all the paint that you want and paint Black Lives Matter and troll Trump all day long. I'm for it. But he will troll you back. So what's the point? How is that going to help us get economic equity and real justice? See, Malcolm X is right once again. Black people, my white friends, any other people that watch me, do not fall for this crap. Because these little fake symbolism of equality is not helping close the black gap, the wealth gap between blacks and whites. It's not doing nothing, tell you the truth. All you did was hire some people to get some yellow paint. You let yellow stock go up. And to me, if you're not making changes right now to bring economic equality and real justice, you might as well take that yellow paint and put it on your freaking back. Because you're a bunch of cowards if you're going to think black people are going to be dumb enough just to fall for symbolism instead of tangibles. Boy, Malcolm X is on this when he said this. The white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and real justice. Take your yellow paint and put it on your back, you bunch of cowards. We need true economic equity and real justice. The black community is saying right now, look, we want tangibles. We want a exclusive black agenda. And when I say exclusive, I don't mean that crap that Joe Biden got. We know Trump ain't got no black agenda, but that crap that Joe Biden got, if you read it, that is not a black agenda. That's a for all people agenda. We need an exclusive black agenda just for black people. I've been over that Lift Every Voice plan 4-5 times. You go back and read it, and it start off with black, but deep down in the when you go into the policy, it's minorities. Black people, stop considering yourself a freaking minority. You're not a minority. You helped build this country just as much as the white people did. When it comes to ownership of this country, you are not a second class. You're not a minority. You're a majority. And you got to come off that. Because as long as you wear that stigma, as long as you wear that, people can come in this country fresh from another country and they lump you in the same class as they are. How you gonna come from like Ilhan Omar? You're gonna come from a North African country. I forgot where she's from right now. It slipped me. You're gonna come from Somalia 10 years ago, and you're gonna make them in the same class as blacks who's been here since the foundation of this country? No, I'm not gonna let you do that. So black people, stop letting them. You're not a second class and you're not a minority. They can say that all day. You're a majority. You are just as responsible for the ownership of everything in this country as white people. Now, I know some of my white people probably disagree, but it is what it is. And I'm not talking about, shout out to my islanders, shout out to my people from Haiti, shout out to my people from Jamaica and all that. I'm talking about people who came here through chattel slavery, who've been here since the founding fathers. You own just as much of this country as anybody else. And don't let nobody tell you don't. And you're going to have to fight for it. And this is a fight. We don't want no yellow paint on the. That's nice. That's sweet. It's a nice gesture. It make you feel good. And you troll Trump and all that kind of stuff. But it ain't tangibles. It's not going to close the wealth gap. Ain't no yellow paint close the wealth gap. There's no yellow paint that actually hold police accountable for the brutality that they have done. There's no yellow paint that's going to make these Karens go to jail for calling cops on people. We've been dealing Karens for forever. Emmett Till had to deal with a Karen. And because of that Karen, and don't let me get on this Mr. Cooper thing, this brother who called the police on that Karen here in New York, and now he want to backtrack it. Fool, don't you realize black people were murdered when these Karens did stupid stuff like that, and now you want to have some sympathy for her? But that's another Rob report. We ain't going to deal with that right now. But, bruh, but it goes back to that, he has a white boyfriend. So he got to look out for, he don't want harm to come down to white society. Look, I'm not putting it on white, black, or none of that. I'm putting it on the individual. If the individual happen to be white that's calling the police on a black man, then that individual that's white need to eat that. And don't you dare try to make her feel good. Because this stuff got to stop. Now, let me get back onto this. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting off. So Mayor de Blasio goes out there, him and his wife, they get out the paint and get to rolling. New York City started painting a Black Lives Matter mural Thursday on Fifth Avenue in front of Trump Tower. What is that going to do? What is that going to do? Now, see, I'm getting pissed off right now because painting on a road ain't going to do nothing for black people but make you feel good. And that's the problem what I got with politicians. They want to make somebody feel good. I don't want to feel good. I feel good when I get something tangible. Now, let me pull this up. New York City started painting the Black Lives Matter mural Thursday on Fifth Avenue in front of Trump Tower. Local television network WPIX reported the block of the street would be closed to cars until Sunday. All right, so you're going to stop traffic for cars so the Black Lives Matter sign can do what? Trump is not in New York. Trump is not in New York. And sooner or later it's going to come down. Mayor Bill de Blasio took part in the painting. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Posting a photo on Twitter of himself surrounded by people painting yellow. So just like Trump with that crazy photo op of him holding the Bible, you got Mayor de Blasio holding a paintbrush with black people showing that he supports Black Lives Matter. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Our city isn't just painting the words on Fifth Avenue. We're committed to the meaning of this message, he wrote on Twitter, referring criticism from activists who have called the creation of similar murals a performative distraction from substantive policy changes like cuts to police budgets or reform to use of force policies. And I agree. He is right here with Al Sharpton, look like Al Sharpton or Al Charlatan. His wife, who goes both ways, but lucky man. The planned mural had provoked the ire of President Donald Trump, who slammed the mural on Twitter earlier this month and degenerating the streets, antagonizing the city police, and creating a symbol of hate on New York finest streets. So congratulations, you got Trump attention, you trolled him, he responds with his ignorant self. I was told when a smart man argued with a dumb man, somebody walked by him, people don't know who's the dumb one. Why are you trolling Trump? And how is this going to help black people? Yeah, at the same time, you got the rainbow over here. Now, my whole point is this. Let me take a look at this. What is this? How is this going to close the wealth gap? After you finish paying, are you going to give us our reparations? Because you know you owe us about at least 40 trillion. And don't say you ain't got it because you came up with it out the crack of your behind and you ain't have to study for it when the economy fell because of COVID. COVID can have you pull money out your behind, but black demand can't have you pull money out your behind. Come on, man. So don't tell me you don't have the money to give black people what you owe them. And here we got our youth out there. I will be in the youth face. Now, after you paint, tell me what are they going to do for you after that? Of course, you got some trumpets. Don't like it. Whoop-de-doo. Again, my question is, you doing this for a photo op. You're doing it to make it seem like Democrats are on the side of black people. And I say you go to the leadership of Democrats and Republicans, they don't give a crap. They're not going to give you what you really need. She got on a yellow hat. You got people in France, people in Italy, they out there with yellow jackets on, protesting and they wrecking shop. They causing all kind of disturbance because they won't change. Black people, don't let this stuff like this, the symbolism, cause you to lose your sense of outrage. Because these are just little douses of water on the fire that you got right now, because they want you to think they got your back so you can have their back at the end of the day. And don't you dare fall for it. Let me put this back up here one more time because this is so important what Malcolm X had to say. The white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and real justice. We demand real justice. We demand police officers who commit a crime by brutalizing people using abusive force. That need to be a crime. Murdering somebody on your watch should be treated like a crime. And it's high time that we denounce stuff like this, yellow paint, and tell them they can take that yellow paint, they can take that bucket, that yellow paint, turn that some sideways, and stick it straight up their candy behind. We don't want paint. We don't want symbolism. We want tangibles. We want changes. We want policies. We want a black exclusive ADOS, American Descendant of Slave. We want a black exclusive agenda to fix the wrongs and make it right by making sure the foundational people at this country, when white settlers came and the black people who came under their management, so to speak, get the same thing in every area and every way. Now we'll deal with Native American, we'll deal with LGBTQ, we'll deal with all that kind of stuff, but black exclusive focus, black agenda, no reparations, no vote, no tangibles, no vote. You don't make a stance to make a change to fix the situation right now. Don't you dare look at us for anything. Don't you look at us for support. I don't care if it was Biden. I don't care if it was Trump or Bernie. No black agenda, no vote. Spare me with your excuses of why you supported racist policies. Spare me. No black agenda, no vote. No reparation, no vote. Don't expect. A lot of people in the black community ain't playing. We want some tangibles, and this paint ain't gonna do it. You might as well just take that paint, hand it to somebody, turn your back to them, and tell them to put a long yellow streak down your back. Because if you cowards think that we're going to settle for this instead of you having enough guts and balls to give us what we deserve, you got another thing coming.